Hello and welcome back to On the Workbench. This weekend for Halloween, I've got a fun activity you can do with your children here with a pumpkin that you carve, or maybe an extra pumpkin that you want to carve and have a little bit of messy fun with. What I'm going to be showing you here today is sized and scaled appropriately for, say, a preschool, kindergarten, first grader. This can be scaled up to be made more powerful and more exciting for older kids. You're going to have to choose your sizes, power, and quantities appropriately for the children that you may be doing this with, or for yourself, because you don't need to have kids to do this. You can do this just because it's fun and awesome. So here's how you do it.
The supplies you're going to need for this are going to be as follows. You're going to need one pumpkin, and it's going to be very important whenever you carve this that you make sure that when you put the eyes, nose, and mouth back in, that it's able to actually stay in. So in the same way that you would carve off the lid with an angle, you want to do the same for your eyes, nose, and mouth for maximum effect. And now in terms of other things that are important, you want safety glasses. So I've got some children's safety glasses for my kids, safety glasses for myself. And then you're also going to want some gloves to protect your hands, because this can heat up. So whenever you have your hand to help hold this down, that you can keep your hand clean. Now as far as other supplies, you're going to need some Dawn or Palmolive dish soap, or any other brand of dish soap for that matter. Some yeast, but the yeast is very important that it's fresh. You're going to want some hot water. You might want to microwave it first. A measuring cup, a quarter or a half would be fine. A tablespoon measurer, some food coloring. You can let the kids pick what color they want to make this. If they want to make it an orange or a red or whatever color they want. I'm going to use a couple of beakers, but if you don't have any beakers, you could alternatively use a cereal bowl. And then for mixing, if you don't want to use a spoon, you don't have a plastic spoon, you could also use chopsticks. Just some simple disposable chopsticks from your local Asian buffet also work just fine. That's what we'll be using today. And I'm also going to have an apron for myself. And then also, most importantly here, is going to be a higher strength hydrogen peroxide. This is 12%. The higher, generally the better, and the better effect that you're going to get from this. And so here I also have this on a table that has a trash bag on top, just as a simple tablecloth that I can help deal with the mess. If you're doing this inside of a building, like I've done in a school before, you may want to have a kiddie pool to be able to put underneath your table to be able to catch the fun coming out of the pumpkin. So now we're going to put this together. We're going to take one of these beakers. That's called a beaker. And then in the one beaker, we are going to place, let's go with, so this is the hot water. Be careful, it is hot. I've already put it in the microwave. And then can you put 4 tablespoons of water in this beaker here for me? Here, let me. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now can you do 2 more? I'm not sure, some of those were full. Perfect. All right, so then we've got the water. And then let's see, what are we going to add? And then next, we are going to add, so this is yeast. Can you measure out? Yep, can you measure out 1 tablespoon of yeast and pour in there? Just 1. And then now can you use this stick and stir? Use that stick and stir the yeast into the water.
Like that?
A little faster. So we're gonna set that aside. And now over here, now we're gonna take, can you take this dish soap? And then now can you give me a decent sized squirt of dish soap into this beaker? A little bit more, a little bit more. A little bit. There we go.
Look at all that green dish soap.
Now what color do you want to make this?
Blue. I make it a blue mess.
You want it to be blue? Well, that one contrast, let's go with blue. All right, can you give me 8 drops of this in put 8 drops of this into the soap. I think you got a few more than 8 in there, but that's okay.
That will make it really blue.
Can you stir this for me? And then now Dad's gonna do the last part. He's gonna add the magic ingredient.
Watching, just watching. Watch it.
I'm gonna give this a little more of a stir. All right, so now we're gonna take our first beaker with the water and the yeast, and we're gonna pour this in, making sure we get as much of this as we can into the pumpkin. Once you feel like you got enough of that in, now make sure you're ready and you remember how your pumpkin lid goes in, so you can transfer that over as quickly as you can. And then now we're gonna add, in this case, blue, but in your case, it could be a number of other colors. We're gonna add this to the mix, and then we're gonna put this in, use our hand to hold it down, and wait for the magic to happen.
Look at that! It's funny! Look at it! It's so silly! Yeah, funny pumpkin. Look at Daddy. Look at that.
And then now we can add some more for fun.